Hi, and welcome back to the Independent Investment Banking course. This is lesson number 11, the type of projects that get financed through investment bankers. So today we're going to be chatting about how exactly do some of these projects get financed, what are the types that get financed, and this is Investment Banking University's flagship course. So, introduction to project financing through investment bankers, the role of investment banking and investment bankers play in connecting capital providers with projects and needing funding, facilitating the flow of capital, ensuring that projects receive the necessary financial resources to succeed. And we're going to be talking about the type of projects, explaining the process, the criteria, and impact of these financing decisions. So when we're talking about projects, oftentimes you can think of infrastructure projects. These are large-scale investments such as transportation systems, roads, highways, energy facilities, power plants, grids, and telecommunication networks that require significant upfront capital. These projects often have long development times and extended periods before generating revenue. And so investment banks structure project financing by creating a financial plan that includes both debt and equity investments. And this plan details how capital will be used, the timeline for repayment, and expected returns. So investment bankers mitigate risk associated with construction, operations, regulatory compliance, risk assessment, and including clauses in contracts to protect investors. An example here would be a toll road project that might have a traffic volume guarantees to ensure minimum revenue levels. So real estate development is also a thing. Residential, commercial, mixed-use projects. Investment bankers finance the development of residential buildings, office spaces, shopping centers, mixed-use property. There can be funding for land acquisition and construction, which can be substantial and mixed short-term and long-term financing, and assess capital or accessing capital through debt and equity. Debt instruments such as mortgages and bonds through equity investments, which may include real estate investment trusts that pool investor funds. So by financing these projects, investment banks support the overall growth and development of the real estate market. So also, we have to think in terms of corporate expansion and acquisitions. And this includes financing growth strategies, advising on valuation and structure, and facilitating negotiations. So whether it's an organization trying to expand their operations, enter new markets, increase market share, oftentimes they'll turn to investment banks for financing. This may include mergers and acquisitions, also strategic partnerships, etc. And in terms of investment bankers, they provide expert advice on valuation of potential acquisition targets, ensuring that companies pay a fair price and rigorous financial analysis. And they structure financing options such as LBOs, mergers to optimize capital structure and meet strategic objectives. And they also facilitate the negotiations between the two organizations to reach agreements that are beneficial for both parties. So there are intricacies in deal making, ensuring compliance and regulatory requirements. So in terms of technology and innovation, investment bankers can also play a role in supporting startups and tech companies, tailoring financial solutions, and fueling innovation. So whether it's funding startups in technology that require substantial capital for research and development, R&D, product commercialization, and scaling operations. So in addition to that, there could be growth potential in the technology sector that they're involved in, and they often tailor financial solutions such as venture capital, private equity, IPOs eventually, and those are all an important part of the process. There's also natural resources and energy. So financing resource exploration and development, whether it's natural resources such like oil, gas, and mining, energy through renewable energy, fossil fuels, which require extensive capital for exploration, development, and production. Also assessing economic viability, conducting comprehensive assessments of resource reserves, market conditions, and economic viability to ensure the project's profitability and sustainability. And then structuring financing options, whether it's project finance, bonds, equity investments, really balancing the risk profiles, risk-return profiles to attract a wide range of investors. Healthcare and life sciences, they can support medical and biotech projects, whether it's healthcare and life sciences sectors such as pharmaceutical R&D, clinical trials, medical research, hospital expansions. And in terms of industry expertise, investment bankers evaluate the scientific and commercial potential of new drugs, medical devices, and healthcare services, and also can be a vital key in securing funding, whether it's equity offerings, debt financing, strategic partnerships in larger healthcare companies. Driving medical advancements in terms of financing these projects. They contribute to significant medical advancements and play a critical role in that. There's also capital for small and medium enterprises, SMEs. So they tailor financial solutions there, whether it's through debt financing, private placements, venture capital, and supporting growth and expansion, whether it's working capital, expanding operations, investing in new technologies, pursuing growth strategies. And then there's public sector projects. There's financing government initiatives, whether that's infrastructure, public-private partnerships, or municipal bonds. In addition to that, there's structuring and managing risks is a essential component of that when it comes to structuring the financing options, attracting investors, and managing project risks, and playing that role in developing public infrastructure, whether it's transportation, education, healthcare, etc. There's also such a thing as cross-border financing. There may be multinational projects that exist and transcend national boundaries in supporting multinational corporations and expanding operations and entering new markets. They have to, play a role in managing foreign exchange risks, addressing cultural differences to ensure successful international transactions, and they facilitate global expansion opportunities. So there's also impact investing now in modern times, whether it's focusing on social and environmental impact, such as renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, affordable housing, social enterprises, etc., and aligning with sustainability goals is ultimately what they're doing, and catering to growing demand. So in summary here, the breadth of investment banking projects is quite diverse, whether it's healthcare, infrastructure, real estate, technology, and more. Investment bankers play a critical role in the economic and development, globally and as well as nationally, and do so by structuring financing options, connecting capital providers with project sponsors, and contributing to economic development accordingly. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. We're on to the next lesson. Hopefully you're really enjoying it. Thank you.